Don't do any kind of stupid fancy stuff. Just focus on the something that can get you direct customers. I chose e-commerce because drop shipping was a buzz. I technically had like 3 years of Shopify experience where I didn't make any money at all. Finally, when I found about Sellvia, it was I thought it's a great opportunity to start off. So from the profit that I made in my like 1 month of $2,100, it was nice to see the number is good.
So, hello everyone. Our today's guest is Gagan, and he's going to share his experience about working with Sellvia. And let's start. Gagan, please introduce yourself.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Gagan. I am a 34-year-old person who have been basically lived in two countries. So I belong to India, and from India I moved to Canada as a permanent resident, and now I'm a citizen there. It's been almost 5.5 years being in Canada, and struggling like a immigrant. Doing a lot of things that are possible to make money, take care of your family, and you have other things. And when you come and you immigrate to another country, you have different things in your mind. You want to do a lot of things, and you have to make sure that you're able to earn well. And that's how, with my job, I'm in sales account management position with a company here in Canada. And I started off with them, and then you have that urge to do something of your own, and that's how I looked at a lot of options which are available, which includes Shopify and all those other platforms. I tested a couple of them, and finally, when I found about Ali Dropship, Sellvia, it was. I thought it's a great opportunity to start off. And I'll talk in detail why I chose Sellvia later on, but that's pretty much my history. I've been working with almost 12 years of experience, majorly in corporate sales. I've been dealing with like multi million dollar companies, and I have been selling a lot of products from Delhi Airport to Canon to a lot of other companies that I've worked with. So all in all, my experience have been into a B2B sales kind of environment.
Why you decided to start an online store and like not other kind of online business? Like you could give consultations in your sphere or something else.
Yeah, so I chose e-commerce because drop shipping was a buzz. Like it, I started this journey, exploring this journey, and I had my first store with Shopify almost 3 years back. So that's when the drop shipping things were, they were already growing a lot. I've been hearing about those from internet. I didn't have any friends who were doing it, so probably I'm the first one who chose that line. And it was very convenient when you don't have to, like, when you're doing a full time job, you don't get a lot of time to focus on other things. So you don't have time to procure a product, to store a product. There's a lot involvement of finance, a lot of things and risks that would go. Drop shipping is a bang on thing that eliminates everything, and you can still make the profit. It's like being an insurance agent. You do a policy and then you just make on your commission. So that's what I liked about this model, and that's why I chose.
Now let's inspire our viewers with the results you achieved. Could you please tell me like how many stores do you have now? And if it's okay with you, you can share your numbers like your revenue per month and net profit of your stores.
Yeah, sure. So right now, like I started with Selvia with one store that was in pet industry, and after that, I have started recently in women like mom and child products. Profit have been good. When I started it, I did some research. You'll find a lot of things on YouTube, but 90% of them are just garbage. They are gurus and they're stuff like those, but they are actually garbage. You don't tend to learn anything. They make their money, and then it's just a waste of time. So I've heard their free videos, their seminars and stuff. One thing I knew that you have to actually do some marketing, either Facebook, Google Ads, Bing, whatever you chose. But you have to choose something for sure. And without that, because you're not Amazon, you're not the Google of the world, people don't know you. So you need their marketing support that way. So from the profit that I made in my like 1 month of $2,100, it was nice to see the number is good. But to get that 2,100 in profit, I spent $1,500 in Google advertisement as well. So it is very, very important to keep a budget for investment in marketing. Don't do any kind of stupid fancy stuff. Just focus on the something that can get you direct customers rather than just other things. So profit have been for the second store. It's growing. Probably I'm getting like sales of around 500, $700 a month without spending anything on Google as of now because I'm kind of thinking on focusing on one store, and when I get more revenue from there, then I will invest in the other. But right now, still it is doing okay. So I'm happy with making $500 a month, which is a extra income from the other store.
Mm-hmm. So how much time did it take to get to this profit? Like before you started Sellvia stores, how many years of experience have you had with dropshipping?
So I technically had like 3 years of Shopify experience where I didn't make any money at all. Like I was not doing much ads, and I thought it's an expense. And since I'm doing this as a side gig, I didn't want to spend more money, and I was always afraid to see if I can, spend. I didn't want to spend even $500 out of my pocket. So that was one learning that I got, that without spending in ads, without spending any kind of social media presence, you cannot get where you want to. So those 3 years were like I was making $200 a month kind of a sale from that store. That was into home decor. So I tried a lot of industry, but my experience was majorly of these 1.5 months when I dedicatedly thought, let me do something in this stream. And I was sick of paying every month to Shopify, or there are like 100. I tried Wix as well. There are different platforms, but the monthly fee that it charged, and then there are a lot of plugins that you have to buy. It's not just one simple $35 subscription that will take you there. So you have to actually buy other plugins to make sure you are present, to make sure your cart is running well, to do a lot of bells and whistles in your store. So that way it was like I was spending almost $100 on Shopify a month to get $200 of revenue. Out of that, my profit was not even $100. So it was not a profitable thing, but I took that failure as a learning. And the second I saw some videos, I understood that it's not just the how better or good experience that you give to your customer, which is definitely good. If you are at a level of Amazon experience, still you can't make sales if you don't have marketing like Amazon, right? So that's what my learning was on those 2 3 years, which was merely like I was not spending a lot of time on my store. But this 1.5 months when I started this store, I focused on that. And SEO. SEO is one of the most important things I would say.
Uh-huh. Do you remember the beginning of your journey? Do you remember your first sale?
Yeah, I do. So that was I asked my wife as well, what we got the first sale. I'm so happy. But then you'll always remember your first sale. It was from a home decor, as I said, from Shopify store. So I think it was a clock that we sold, and that was just like $30. But I was happy to see at least people are buying. They are getting the confidence that they can buy it through that store. So that was my first sale.
Mm-hmm. And how is it different now? Like, do you remember what have you done to achieve these sales, and what do you do now to get sales? Like, how does your business perform now?
Yeah, of course. So uh, one thing that you cannot compete with somebody who's holding the product in their warehouse, and compared to a dropshipping store, you cannot beat their number of days in delivery. So, for example, if I'm holding my stuff in Toronto and my customer is in Toronto or all over Canada or even in States, I can send that product in 3 days, 3 days max. So you cannot beat that drop shipping store that probably take 20 days to deliver the product. Or let's say if you choose very right kind of premium suppliers, and whatever best they could do, they would still take like almost 2 weeks time, 1 week time. So or you have to pay more and then include that cost in your product, and then your product becomes expensive. So people, like, whenever they search anything on Google, Amazon is the first one to come up anyways. And they are the same suppliers who are sitting out of China and other countries who are shipping, or they are in China or some other countries, but they have their warehouse in US, and they can, they can keep the same price, and then probably a dollar, $2 difference, and then they can ship that product in 1 day. So people would buy from them. Why would they buy from you? So that's the only reason when I heard about Sellvia, I was so happy that I can give somebody their product in 1 to 3 days. So now I'm competing actually with a premium brand, because the only thing, people don't want to wait when they buy, and when they buy, they need to see the product as soon as possible. Either they get a discount, which is like super, mad discount, that you're getting something for $20 on Amazon, and now you see it's only $2, but it'll take a month to come. You will still think that, okay, yeah, it's fine, I will wait for a month. But if you have to compete, you have to make profit, and you have to do a lot of things, even on AliExpress, find the cheapest product, the quality is not that good. You have to make sure it's quality as well. Because if your store is not able to get at least 2 to 3% of uh, buyers which are coming back each month, that means there's something bad with the product, or they're not happy with the service. So you need to focus on those qualitative aspects, and then helping the help that I got from Sellvia, it helped me to make the quality which is in my control, and then the delivery, the fastest way to deliver. So I have been delivering a lot of products to Sellvia. They make sure product gets in 3 days. They make sure the customer service is good, packaging is good. So that way, it's like it is, I think, one-stop shop for somebody who wants to do drop shipping, and they don't have a lot of time to focus on it, but they still want to make some money through that. So they should go with Sellvia.
Happy to hear that.
Yeah. Because one more point, because Shopify will still, like, Sellvia is a paid subscription too. So Shopify would also charge almost the similar kind of prices, but Shopify just gives you an advantage of making a beautiful store, creating that experience. But when it comes to product, Shopify has zero input in it. But where Sellvia is giving an end result, which is like a happy customer getting the right product, the quality of the product, everything. Like, nobody has said the product that I got was cheap, or this is something that I would have ordered from AliExpress. In today's world, everybody knows that AliExpress would give you the cheapest option. And there are other websites which are giving you the same. So you have to take care of the quality, you have to take care of the delivery dates, and then you have to take care of the website as well, like the experience. So which is possible in your case?
Let's talk about the products. Like you don't have to share your niche, but many people are worried about what to sell. Is it hard to decide what to sell, and what principles do you use to choose products for stores?
Yeah, so I'm okay. Like, I can tell my niche. So it's pet products that I sold as well. So pet store. One thing that Sellvia also helps you is tell you the hot products. But other than that, even you can go on Amazon and see what is selling there, and you can go on AliExpress, see what is selling there, and you can see the number of stars. You can probably sort everything. So like, choose 5 stars, choose the shipping location, and then see how many orders are there. So you kind of have a feeling, and then when you start looking for those with Facebook and Google marketing and remarketing strategies, you will keep on getting ads of similar products or products that are you have searched for. So you know what's updating nowadays. You can even go on Google Trends and see. One of my hottest selling product was a fountain. So that was trending. I cross checked on Google. You guys also said that it is a trending product. I put some money on Google advertisement just on one product, and then bang, like I was getting 4, 5, 6 sales a day. That's how I made that profit, and now I understand what's the key to make that profit. So, and that's what I would try in like the baby and mom kind of products too, and maybe we can discuss that as well in later stages.
Sounds great. About promotion, like you mentioned that you use SEO and also Google ads, and we know that many people prefer Facebook ads. Do you have like any advice for beginners, like which promotional methods are better in your opinion?
Yeah, so honestly, I tried like almost $500 of expense on Facebook, and I tried the same kind of expense on Google Ads. One thing is for sure, like if you're thinking to start a dropshipping store, I would say at least keep like 1,500 to 200, 1,500 to $2,000 for the kind of expense that you will be doing on marketing for at least 2 months, 3 months time. You would not see the result in one go, like so quick. You could be lucky and you can see the sales from the second day, but you have to do some research on how to do Google Ads and Facebook as well. I tried the way I got on the tutorials on Ali Dropship as well, and like how to do Facebook ads, and saw the videos on YouTube channel. I tried that way as well. Honestly, that did work for me very much. So it was like I could get 1 or 2 sales after spending like good amount of dollars on that product. So I spent like $100. Like I couldn't get any profit out of it. So then I thought, like maybe it's not working for my product. Maybe people were liking the post, people were sharing the videos, things were good, and they were liking my page. And but that's not the end result. So I tried Google Shopping. I did some research. So I would say anybody who wants to start a store, start like grasp the information you can get from internet on Google Shopping ad. There are a lot of people who have their channels and they need viewers as well. So support them maybe and learn from what they say, and then figure out that if you're new and you don't know which product to focus on, maybe do Google Shopping ads for all your products, because you have to choose your budget, so your budget won't hamper. And then Google algorithm is like that. If there are, let's say, 100 products, it will try to show all the products, but whoever gets maximum clicks, it will then start giving your budget to that particular product. So let's say in my case, the water dispenser was working a lot. So then Google started pushing that product, and then I was getting more sales in that product. So Google will also help you find out which product is actually good, which product is people are liking to buy. So Google would help you with that as well. So you don't have to be an expert in Google Ads. You don't have to be like you can be a rookie still, and you can still win this game.
Mm-hmm. Thank you
Yeah.
for the advice. How much time does it take to manage your stores? Like, is it a side hustle or is it like your full-time activity now?
No, I'm still working, so it's not my full time thing. And so now I barely spend like half an hour in a day on my stores, like both the stores. And initially, I had spent, I would say, like 3 to 4 hours a day as well on building SEOs, creating backlinks, and understanding how. I had no background in IT. Like I, other than just typing, I didn't know much. So I had to like learn those things, like what is SEO, why we need SEO, how SEO help. So now if I do Google Ads and if I'm getting like, let's say, 20 customers to Google Ads, I'm also getting 10 from my own SEO effort. And SEO is like that. Google will see and periodically review your website, and they will make sure that you're coming on slowly, you're going up if people are looking into it. So when you're doing Google Ads and your SEO is also right, then you can actually grow eventually. So I'm hoping that there would be a stage when I don't have to spend much on Google Ads, and my natural conversion from the people that are just because they know my website, they would come on it. So that way, it's like you have to spend time on SEO for sure initially.
Mm-hmm. So, like in a month and a half, your SEO efforts helped to get like organic sales when you started running Google Shopping ads. Is it right?
Yes, that helped definitely.
That
Because
sounds great.
SEO makes sure that your website, yeah, so SEO makes sure that your website is correct, and the Google accepts that, and that's how you see your ranks for particular keywords are going up. So now there are a few keywords. If someone types in the states, my website would be on the first page of the Google, maybe after Amazon and big brand, but it would be still on the first page. So then I get those organic clicks.
Sounds great. Many people like are worried and interested in the official side of this kind of business. Like, do you need to register in your country, or can you do it without registration? Like these kind of questions.
Yeah, of course. So, like, most likely in Western countries, like you need to register a business for almost whatever you want to do. There are easy ways. You can just start with the proprietorship, which is like a, I remember I spent like almost $72 in registering and, going to the registry, register my business. And that's it. And then you can get a GST number if you want. If you don't want, for like in Canada, if your revenue is less than, I think, $20,000, you don't have to even need a GST number. But it is good to have a GST number if you want to. You can have a GST number which is free of cost. So probably in less than $100, you can start like a registered business under a proprietorship. If you want to make a company like a incorporated company, then you need to spend somewhere around $1,000 almost to to register, and but then it makes more complex if you're only alone and you are it's a kind of a side gig. Probably I would say start with proprietorship, and you can any day like convert that proprietorship to a incorporation or a bigger company.
I see. So it's not that hard in Canada to register.
Not at all. It's all it's even online now, so you don't have to like go, but they will get the certificate, they will email it to you as well, so you don't even have to show them.
Mhm, mhm. How did you first hear about Selvia? And uh,
So for the how, I got an email from you guys. So I don't know. I was choosing some suppliers in US, so that's how the email went, or you send it to everybody. I don't know. So, but as soon as I read everything there on the website, I thought this could be a great solution. I know I have to pay some money for it, but let's try for a month or two and let's see if I can get something. So, but it was a complete solution. And for somebody who wants to save their time and doesn't want to spend much of their head into sourcing, Salvia is the best way to look at it, because you now I saw you guys also help with marketing material, so you can actually see good nice pictures of your products. You can post it on Facebook and wherever you want to, or you can. I'm also using some of the extensions that you guys offer for like Social Rabbit. So Social Rabbit helps you to push it to like almost four major platforms. So which is good. You actually save your time there as well. It's one time cost. So I love you guys because of the one time cost concept. For other things, I understand there is a lot of effort that goes into developing a warehouse and then employees working there. So I can understand that you take a subscription fee for that, which is absolutely, this is something that, how would you run your business if you are not taking that subscription? So it's great.
when you first heard of Selvia, did you have any other
Uh,
solutions to compare with and to choose from and decide that, okay, Selvia is going to solve these problems better? Like what you had in mind?
yeah, so I saw, and obviously I didn't go with just for the email that I got. I was looking for a product, something like that, that would help me to source. So I even wrote out to some companies in US to if there are, they do some kind of thing that I can. And there are companies which help you to if you're on Amazon, if you're selling on other platforms, they actually give you the inventory, they give you the images, they give you the kind of an Excel format things. But that was just an Excel format thing, and I didn't have to pay every month to them, but I'll have to like sell only their product. So there were competition for sure, but that competition was not this level. Plus the experience that you guys give on the website. So when you go on my website and you see the products and the kind of description you guys have written, the coding that is there, it makes it look more beautiful compared to just a plain. The product page has to be compelling, and that's what I got from Sellvia. I saw your themes and other things. I did a good research, almost 3 days. I was just focusing on each of your plugins, each of the website themes that you were there. So I was like focusing all into what you guys offer, and I compared it at different levels. So you can create a page, it's not a problem. You can go on Google, YouTube, search a lot of things, and then create a product page which is compelling. But when you can get that for $39 a month, I guess, so why would you not do it? And now you can like have presets, you can have the entire category just install. When you import products from AliExpress and when you import reviews with 4 and 5 stars, then also people write stupid things in the reviews that you can import 50 reviews, but out of those 50, like five would be saying it came to, let's say, India in 40 days, or it came to El Salvador in like 50 days. So that's not what you want to do. And you don't want unless you are like a global store and you are like very famous, and then it makes sense. But if you're selling in US and Canada, and if people are like seeing that, okay, this guy is like selling it to like all over the world, and the product, some people would give you 5 star and write a negative or not a good review in AliExpress, and you import that. So you technically have to read every review and then approve it or delete if you don't like it. So Selvia also takes care of that. So you guys have taken care of all the pain points. So you guys are the best product. What I know as of now.
Yeah, thank you for your opinion. We appreciate it. To finish the interview, maybe you have something to say to people who are just thinking about starting their own business. Like maybe there were some mistakes you made and nobody should do that, or maybe just like some inspirational thoughts you have for people who are hesitating, who are on the fence right now, something like that.
Yeah, of course. So for somebody who just wants to start, one thing it is like people just tend to think a lot before starting. I would advise them, don't think a lot before starting, because it's not something who will take your home, who will take your cash away, something which would risk your life. So this is something a common person who doesn't have a lot of money in the bank can think and start. So because like people can spend $1,500, it's not that big amount. People can start, even you can start your store even lesser than that. In like $300 you can start your store. But at least 1,500 is something you need. So people have that kind of money, even if they're like middle class family people. If they just want to, like, maybe a lot of women working from, or they're housewives and they just want to think something, they have the capability, they know they have the capability, and they just want to do it. So I would say it's don't think about it. Start. A lot of things you will learn during the journey. Whatever I tell you, you will make a new mistake that I haven't told you, and then you will have to find a solution for it. So just gain that confidence and start with it. This is not something that would risk your life. So just start and then see during the journey, and don't get disappointed in like I have even in the interviews that I have seen, your interviews, people have said they got their first sale in 6 months, 8 months, and I was lucky enough with right strategies that I got my first month at like $2,100 in profit. So that's how things could turn for people who are listening to me. So just try. If I would have not tried, I would have never got into this. That's the only thing. Just try, and don't fear. Don't be fearful on trying new things. It's not something that will take your life away. So just try. And even if you don't get your sale for like first 5 months, don't worry. See whatever you can improve in a margin. it. So if you think your product page is awesome, maybe think about delivery, maybe think about cart, think about other pages which are there, think about us. A lot of, yeah, one experience that I like to share, and I think this would help. I found a lot of people went to my About Us page, whereas I was thinking About Us is something people won't even go to. There was a lot of people went, like good 20 to 30% of people who bought, they actually went to my About Us page. That was pretty interesting. A lot of people went to my Contact Us page because they want to know where you are. They with the world and the current situation, coronavirus and all that thing was going on, people now are more focused on geological location of a company as well nowadays. So it is important to focus on about us, contact us pages as well. This is one kind of a cheat sheet thing that I would like to tell to everybody who wants to try or who are trying. Focus on those pages which you think people are not going to. They're not going to because they're not good enough. If you're making them good, they would go there, and that helps them to gain the confidence. So first, you're not selling your product there. So it is your website who's selling the product. So each page needs a lot of meticulous efforts to make it a good website. And I honestly, like, I'm not somebody who doesn't want to share their success, who doesn't or wants to hide everything. Like, I'm more than happy if you're okay to share my email. You can share my email as well. If people want to start, like, they want to get in touch with me, I'll be more than happy to do that as well.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. It was a valuable piece of information about this, about us and so on pages. Yeah, and it was very interesting interview, and your like inspirational experience, really, like of a real person, of a real man doing that. Thanks a lot. I think that's it.
Thank you so much. And I've been, I like the way you take interviews, and I've seen a couple of interviews that you've taken in the past as well. So, congratulations to you as well. You're doing a great job there, and rest all is good. So, thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you too for kind words. Okay, bye bye.
Bye. Take care.
You too.